And you are live.
Okay. Greetings, everyone. Good afternoon. For the monthly meeting of the Akron Civil Rights Commission. At this time, the meeting is called to order. And I will note that we do have a quorum as all current members of the commission are present. First order of business pursuant to the agenda is the seating of new commissioners who were appointed by Mayor Horrigan, I believe last week. So in proceeding in alphabetical order, the newest commissioner is Bruce Alexander. Bruce, would you introduce yourself? Maybe tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, thank you. As mentioned, my name is Bruce Alexander, and I am a lifetime resident of the city of Akron. I am been employed at Summit County Juvenile Court. It'll be 35 years tomorrow. So I've been there for a good time. I've been able to serve in various positions there at the court, from detention officer to the superintendent, and currently in the position of probation case manager at the court. I am also a board member for Akron Public Schools, where I've served. It'll be one more meeting will be 12 years. And I was fortunate to be elected by the citizens of Akron to serve another 4-year term. And so I'll start that new term in January. I've also been fortunate to serve on the national level, National School Board Association Council of Urban Boards of Education, where I've been the past president of the organization. And I'm also currently on the trustees for the Ohio School Board Association. And so I've had opportunity to serve in a lot of positions and help people and help kids in particular. And I am happy to be join this group to do some work for the Civil Rights Commission, Akron Civil Rights Commission here in the city of Akron, to make sure that we are doing some good things here in the city, doing correct and doing the things that need to be done to serve the people in the city of Akron. So thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Alexander. We are pleased that you will bring your many years of public service to the ACRC, and welcome, welcome. The next new commissioner is Fran Wilson. Fran, will you tell the world, the fellow commissioners and the live streamed audience, a little bit about yourself, please?
Hello, world. Yeah, I'm Fran Wilson. I use they, them pronouns. I'm a 4th generation Akronite and West Hill resident. I do a lot of community organizing around the queer community and around the West Hill neighborhood, and excited to be here. I also do a bit of research on the policy side, so excited to lend my skills and be present and help where needed. So thanks for having me.
Great. All right. Thank you, Fran. We're also always glad to have a 4th generation Akronite in the mix, and look forward to your, which I'm sure will be a great contribution. Okay. There's, and so all the commissioners welcome you as well. Item number 2 is approval of minutes. It says April, May, June, and October. I do believe that April and May are still outstanding, as October and November. Commissioner Rice, we did receive, you submitted minutes regarding the November meeting. Is that correct? Commissioner Rice?
Yes, that would be correct.
Okay. Let's start with the November minutes. Thank you, Commissioner Rice. Are there any questions?
So I move that we accept the November minutes.
Okay. Well, I've made a mistake. Okay. All right. That motion, is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Was that okay, Commissioner And so pursuant to the rules of organization, since we are meeting remotely, I believe I will have to do a vote by roll call. So bear with me as Commissioner Alexander, with regard to the motion that's been made and seconded, how vote you?
Yes, if I can vote that way.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
And I'm Commissioner Wilson. I'm going based on the order everyone appears on my screen. Commissioner Wilson?
Yay.
Okay, Commissioner Pitt?
Yay.
Commissioner Rice?
Approved.
Commissioner Maddox?
Yes.
Okay, Commissioner Lee?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, Commissioner Thomas joins those November minutes are unanimously approved. Are we in receipt of other minutes, specifically October or May or April?
May I, Madam President, may I address the group?
Yes, ma'am. I'm the chair, of course, Commissioner Lee or Commissioner Maddox.
Thank you. I would like to publicly apologize to this body for not completing the April and May minutes as of yet, due to some personal things, including my health and a transition of my employment. So those minutes are outstanding. I would like to publicly acknowledge that and also beg your indulgence as I get those taken care of so that they can be properly submitted before this calendar year is concluded, that they can at least be submitted to Elaine Struberman and the body, and then we can approve those in January.
Okay. Thank you, Commissioner Maddox. I know during times of transition, we all have full-time jobs, and sometimes it seems like we have more than one full-time job. So certainly, it would be great if we can get those minutes prepared before the end of the year. I would propose that since if I can call a special meeting just to approve the minutes. It can be over lunch so that we can conclude all of 2021 business in the calendar year of 2021. I'd like to consider, you to consider that so that we, don't go into 2021 with so much old business. But
Absolutely.
okay, if you would communicate when, say those would be done by the 28th of December, or we could have a meeting by the 30th, just for a very short meeting to approve those minutes. But I will leave that to you, and perhaps we can communicate about that. Okay. With regard to old business, and we'll hold in abeyance the meeting minutes for those other meetings. With respect to old business, item A regarding a status of conciliation, 19 ACRC 13, Commissioner Thomas, that conciliation, we have a scheduled date. There's 2 scheduled dates in January. The availability of the respondent and the respondent's counsel, based on the complainant's availability, was narrow. So we have 2 dates in December, the mid to late December, to resolve this matter. I remain optimistic that we will be able to draw this matter to a close. All the parties are engaged, and I since want to conclude this matter and would have liked to have done so by the end of the year, but calendars and availabilities prevented that from occurring. Okay, that concludes my report. Item B, status of conciliation, 20 ACRC 00003, Commissioner Lee.
This matter, I'm just want to remind you that this was the matter where the complainant filed 2 separate complaints. It was a little bit complicated sorting out who the complainees were. And there was a settlement, right, of the principal matter satisfactory to all the parties. And we had already gone through that. And there was an outstanding, there was a sense that that was a settlement of the whole matter. But there was a communication to wrap up to confirm that the complainant would indeed be all right with us dismissing the other complaint, the other associated complaint. That was the issue that was outstanding, that was assigned to me. There was kind of an expectation that everybody was done. I did manage to contact the complainant, and she is interested in continuing with this second complaint. We did not have a lot more communication beyond that. At the point that I finally did get a hold of each other, we did not have a lot of time to talk. Given that it's kind of a complicated situation, and also that this is my last regular meeting, it probably will need to be the case that this complaint will have to be assigned to yet another person to complete that discussion.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Commissioner Lee. So the complainant, having settled the other complaint, wants to proceed with the conciliation on the remaining issue. Is that correct? On the remaining complaint. Is that?
Yes, although as I say, that was a very brief discussion, but that is the status as I understand it.
Okay. Well, with regard to the assignment of this case, I believe that I will be conferring with the legal department as our rules for the commission indicate that conciliation can be assigned to a party or can be assigned, the chair can assign someone. And so I might, I'm going to review that with the law department to see what their bandwidth is to engage in conciliation. So
Madam Chair, this is John York. I don't know if you're able to see me, so I just wanted to let you know I am here on the call.
There you are.
You do have the authority to reassign. I don't know if that's something you wanted to do at this point, or if it's something you wanted to consider and possibly do at the next meeting.
Well, actually, I do. I wanted to reassign. I wanted to assign it to the law department at the city of Akron at this time because and so that's what that discussion was. So that is, I can.
Madam Chair, may I ask?
Yes, and certainly, Commissioner Pitt.
I'm wondering why you would reassign that, be seeking to reassign that to the Akron Law Department and not another commissioner.
Well, great question. Because this has reached conciliation. Both of these matters have reached conciliation. It was a conciliation report. And when I look at the rules of organization on page 9, section 17A, a facilitator designated by the commission shall endeavor to engage the complainant and the respondent. At this time, and thinking about this complainant has been out there for a considerable period of time. And the law department might be in the best and unique position to attempt to resolve a conciliation. If they are unable, if there's no conciliation, it comes back to the commission and we still have a full array of commissioners who will be able to vote and hear on this matter.
So it was not my understanding that the Akron Law Department would conduct the conciliations for the commission.
Well, that might have been, but if the rules permit the chair to appoint, at this point, we're losing a commissioner to address this. And that might have been the practice that was previously done, but if the rules permit it, but the City of Akron Law Department doesn't have to do it, but if there's a commissioner who wishes to undertake this conciliation, then certainly that would be a preference.
I just want to be clear. Yeah, I just wanted to be clear about what our shift was if we were changing practice, so that we understand that that's an intentional shift, whether for this one case or permanently.
Well, I think it is permitted by the rules. And
right,
so,
I'm not disputing that. I just want to name it clearly.
Well, yes, and I'm looking at the Rule 17, Section A, to appoint a facilitator, and that might be the law department. Now, if there is a volunteer, a commissioner who wants to engage this, then certainly. But it is an exercise of a rule that may not have been exercised in this way before, but I believe it is permissible, and I would endeavor to do that for case management and to facilitate resolution for this complainant.
Again, I have no objection to that. I just wanted to name it as
okay, and
what was happening, as opposed to consulting with the Akron Law Department. I was unclear on whether you were suggesting you were going to consult or whether you were seeking to appoint them.
I was going to consult, but and I think this discussion is appropriate. I think it's very appropriate, but at this time, I know that the number of folks are engaged with other cases. So how about I will consult with for the purpose of the minutes, I will consult with the Akron Law Department and to just verify, and then we can move forward in January. But again, for that other person, that's one more month with possible no action. But if that is agreeable with the body, I will certainly consult with them, and we can put it on the agenda for next year. I was going to say next year, and it is next meeting, and it's next year. Okay, is that agreeable? Any other? Okay. Okay, item C, if there's not anything else on this issue, item C, status of complaints, cases 21 ACRC 6 through 11. Those matters were scheduled at the Akron Law Department. The complainant did not appear. The formal letter was sent from the Law Department to both the Fair Housing Association as well as the complainant. Given that they did not appear, I will be looking to reschedule those matters and engage the fair housing parties to get this matter going. So that concludes the report on items number C 1 through 6. Okay. Item 7, 21 ACRC 0012. Commissioner Rice, is there a report?
Yes, this is still ongoing. We met with the complainant, and we're in the process of scheduling a meeting with the respondent and the respondent's counsel.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Item D, semi-annual report that is in process. There's two item 4s, which I'm just now catching. Is there any new business? Okay, there's no,
Madam Chair, I would suggest that there are orientation materials, at least preliminary materials that we have ready for our new commissioners, Commissioner Alexander and Commissioner Wilson. So if they would anticipate a follow-up email, I will take care of sending that out.
oh, wonderful. Okay. Okay. With regard to that end, the city is prepared, or the city law department has indicated they're prepared to provide a notebook and hard copies, a binder with pertinent documents. As part of that, if everyone could update their contact information in an email to all of us, so that so that information can be reduced to writing, so that we have a contact sheet in the books, name, and really we're just trying to get your phone number, mobile phone, possibly, business address, so that we can be able to reach one another, if that would be also added as well. Okay. Thank you, Commissioner Pitt. Any other new business? Okay. Any have we received any public comments or follow up on prior public comments?
Madam Chair, I checked the comment box this afternoon. There were no public comments received since the last meeting.
Okay. Okay. Is there any follow-up on prior public comments or correspondence, emails? Okay. Okay. With regard to the next item is adjournment. By way of adjournment, I will ask Commissioner Lee if he'd like to sign us off for this last time, and thank him for his tremendous service as the founding chair of the Akron Civil Rights Commission.
Well, thank you. I was going to request a moment if you had not offered it. I just want to, it's been a complete honor and privilege to serve this commission during this time. We were established in 2017, and John and Nanette and Gina Kay were there, and we were flying by the seat of our pants, and we created some rules and procedures from scratch, which was an interesting undertaking for a public body to have to do, right? A newly established body. And we have stumbled along and done, I think, a competent job in the end. To the relatively new people, welcome. Sorry that we won't be working together more. Although I do want to say that even though I'm stepping off the commission, the commission has a fair amount of work to do that has to do with training, and I am available for consultation and on any matters that have to do with the welfare of the commission and the city. So we do not have to be strangers after this. It's not farewell, as they say. But that's all I have. If we were going to have a meeting in person, I would have brought you treats, which is an easy promise to make, right? Since we're not.
Put your address in the chat.
So So that is all. There's nothing more than that. That's my sign off. Thank you all for the opportunity.
Okay. Commissioners, if you have comments, please, would you please make them? I know Commissioner Lee has had such a stellar impact on all of us.
Well, I will jump in heartily and thank Brent for your reputation had preceded you by the time I met you on this commission, and your humility and your hard work and your perseverance and the way in which you conducted yourself just spoke volumes. And it was a pleasure to work alongside you, and I will miss you and wish you everything of the very best. And I'm grateful for this opportunity.
Dr. Lee, I too echo Commissioner Pitt's sentiments. I have worked with you in a variety of capacities, and not to mention the fact that every time I saw you out in public, not at a commission meeting or at other opportunities that we've worked together, I always had a chance to say to you, you again. So it has been a privilege accessing that terrific mind of yours, and just interacting with you and meeting you in the community, and just growing to appreciate all that you do and all that you've done and continue to do in the community. So I wish you the best, and I look forward to seeing you at Staples or wherever, so I can offer up my typical tribute. You again. So until then, thank you.
Could I say something, Madam Chair?
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
please.
I'm not on the commission, but I did work with Brant for many years on this, and I just want to say I really appreciate the opportunity to work with you, and it was a real honor, to see the energy and ideas you brought to this body. We're going to miss you, but glad to know that you're going to keep active in the community and do good things. So just wish you the best.
My hand is up. Nobody's recognized me, so I'm going to go ahead.
I can't. I'm
That's
sorry.
all right. You know, I'm going to take the
Commissioner
moment
Rice.
anyway. You know, Rice. So Commissioner
I'm
Lee,
on my iPhone. Commissioner Rice, you know what? Please speak.
thank you. I love you. Commissioner Lee, I want to thank you for your service, for your guidance. I'm sure we will continue to work together, considering we work at the same place. And I look forward, but congratulations also on your new role as president for the organization that you're going to be serving. I'm sure you're going to do great work. So thank you again.
I'm all
Okay, am I
blushing.
missing anyone? Okay. Okay. I don't see any other hands raised. So I wouldn't want to interfere with anyone's expression. Commissioner Lee, thank you so much. We are called upon in works of faith and social justice and community to plant trees. And sometimes the leaves of those trees, the shade of those trees, we don't sit under. But I can say that on behalf of the commission, that we are dedicated to nurturing the tree that you planted. We are dedicated to watering that. And we are dedicated to carrying forth that work. And thank you so much for everything that you've done. And I will be calling on you. Trust and believe.
Just thank you everyone for such kind words. When the recording of this meeting goes up, I'm going to have to make a copy.
Good. Well, sure. Is there anything else for the good of the order?
Happy holidays to everyone.
Oh, happy holidays.
Holidays.
Okay. All right. Well, I apologize for my inability to see everyone. If there's not anything else, thank you all for continuing to share of your time, generosity, and effort. 2021 was a challenging year. 2022 we shall meet that head on. But I want to thank everyone for all the time and energy and love that they brought to this endeavor, and let us move forward and do great things. So if there's not anything else, I wish you all the very best. And this meeting is adjourned at, let's say 5:07. Thank you all so very much. Be well.
Thank you.
Oh, anybody second that adjournment, or maybe I don't make that. All right.